Hey guys, blessing here, and how are you all doing? Good evening to everybody. If this thing can refocus, we can start. Let's try it again. The truth sayer. Okay. Credit to the truth sayer. Shout out to that channel. I listened to a video they just did some hours ago, not too long ago. And I heard a very interesting conversation between a HORREAN and the truth sayer. And it's quite interesting to hear. Sorry, I'm using one hand to do something here. Oh, wait, let me rotate my camera, my phone right there. Yes. It's interesting to hear a HORREAN talk. I mean, there are HORREANs all over the place. So how many times do I even hear these people? And not just to hear them talk, but to hear their arguments, to hear exactly what drives them, to hear their standpoint and the reasoning and reasons behind the things they do and the things they believe in and the things they say. So it was really interesting for me to even listen to. I was listening with so much interest and attention because you don't even get such exchanges often. You hardly ever get. I had one exchange like that on my page last year. That was between Charlotte the Harlot and another lady. I promised you guys that I was going to play it. I already saved it on my phone. It's a video of about 30 minutes long. It's just for me to upload. Or maybe I should just go live one day and just play it. Yeah, maybe that's what I should do. That would be easier. Because I was planning to just upload it and I've been lazy with it. So I think I'm just gonna go live and play that where you hear Justin's fan go in like a head to head with a chorus fan. So it was refreshing for me to hear that happen again today. You don't hear that, like I said, you don't see that happen a lot. And it's really Okay, do I still have you on YouTube? If you're on YouTube, the phone was blank for a long time and I didn't notice. I'm ironing, by the way. My African husband is in a family meeting, online family meeting. So, so you might hear, he just came upstairs. So you might hear some background noise. Okay. So like I was saying, so for me, Gail, you earned my respect today. I don't even know Gail. It's not like someone I've seen their comments or no. Um, I just happened. Oh my God, YouTube keeps going off or the phone. Okay. I think I'll just have to keep an eye. Okay, let me put it off. I think that okay, let me put it close to my okay. So Gail, it's just very unfortunate that you are a HORREAN. Yeah, you're not a troublemaker. You just believe in what you believe in. You're ignorant, and it's not a crime to be. Oh my God, my husband. This my oga will not let this video to be sweet. No, no, no. Okay, I'm back. So if you guys miss me or you don't hear me, please let me know. Let me know. I'll be looking at the comments every now and then. So like I was saying, Gail, it's not a crime to be ignorant. Um, I don't know where to put Gail. I don't know what to say. I don't want to sound disrespectful to Gail. I mean, Gail is just who Gail is. Gail knows what Gail knows. We cannot fault Gail for being ignorant. Um, okay, I think we should just otherwise I'll start I will start being blessing right now and it will go west. So let me just play the conversation. Where is that video? Bloody. So this is the truth there channel. Oh my God, my guy is here again. Okay, this is the truth there. I want to ask you guys to go ahead and subscribe to his channel if you haven't already. So I will just go to his live videos. It's a bit blurry, right? Don't know why. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one. And he knew that they were gonna do that. Are you telling me? I'm saying, oh, because they're not as strong as her. Oh, really? I'm good, lawyer. They argue. They're not at. I have to check the attack. What for 2 whole years? I'm not sure where exactly she joined. Same victim. 17 minutes, 19. Okay, she's here. 18 minutes. Yeah, I'm just curious. Okay, let me just leave it here. You in America? I should expect better from you. You in America? I should expect you to think logically and critically than the other fools. But you here thinking like a damn sheep, Miss Gail. I'm disappointed. You in America? You know how America is. Come on, Miss Gail. You live in America? You live in America talking like this? Oh, finally. All right, Miss Gail, how you doing? Hi. I'm good. How are you? So respect to Gail for joining. So I think she commented initially, and truth there was like, "Oh, you live in America and you're sounding like this," and all of that. And he dropped the link and he asked her to join. and she joined the live stream. Like, that is brave. That is brave. So let's really give it to her for that. Okay, let's listen to what she said.
Oh, well, so real quick question. What part of America do you live? Houston, Texas. Oh, no, you live in Houston. Yes. Okay, now tell me, what part of that attack was real? Okay, I can't tell you. I can't tell you. I'm not an investigator or whatever, but just following Cora's story and her husband and all the hate that she's received, I believed it. You guys can say, yeah, you guys can say it was fake or whatever. Do you guys know how many people has been trolling this lady for 2 whole years? Okay, let me ask you a question. Yes. You said people have been trolling this lady for 2 years. Yeah, ever since she divorced. Are you telling me? Okay, fine. I agree with that. People have been trolling her for 2 years. Yeah. Now, what about the husband? Have people been trolling the husband? Yes or no? Yes. Okay. What now? Another question is, what are they calling the husband right now? What's the name they calling him right now? They're calling him a narcissist. And Mr. Okay. Cody. So are you telling me that he is not getting a part of the bullying as well? Okay, but the whole thing was that due to this girl's culture and the things that he did, he intentionally meant to defame this girl. He meant to do that, and people believed it. What? Defaming how? Which defame?
I don't know what she meant when she said, due to this girl's culture, he intentionally went out there to defame her. What do you mean due to her culture? Which culture? Obidi culture. Hope you're not talking about African culture or Nigerian culture. You guys want to make excuses because other people are saying it, or because you heard Nancy Umeh say African culture. Nigeria is a country. Africa is a continent. Okay? You can say Obidi culture, but please don't disrespect Nigerians or Africans at large by saying, African culture or her culture. It doesn't make sense. No, we don't have a culture of nudity. We don't.
The videos he dropped? Saying that she slept with some guy when she was pregnant and she did this.
Or adultery. We don't.
And she did that, but she dressed wrong and she knew that her culture was going to disagree with the things that she was doing. She's just like any other girl. She's just like any other young lady in that generation who changed and want to do certain things. She's no different. She's just one who did not go with the culture, the way they're doing it now. And he knew that. So he got in front of everybody and made her look like she was just so bad. And he knew that they were going to do that. Are you telling me, Ms. Gail, are you telling me that she did not actually come out to tell her fans to go to his page, his business page, and put fake reviews there, right? This is a man's livelihood, right? Did you know about that? Right. Yes, I know. Did you know? So how old? Hold on, Ms. Gail. How old are you, Ms. Gail? What is your age range? I'm old enough to tell you kids what's right and wrong. Exactly, Ms. Gail. And if Ms. Gail is looking at it the way I am and the way I see it, that's just the way I see it. Because no, you're looking at it wrong because you guys. Wait. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. This lady never did go and talk about her husband. He never did do that. He was the one who did. Ms. Gail, you never saw the video? She never told anybody to do anything against him. She was quiet until he started stealing more money from her. When he stole that $5,000, she spoke up. I would too. Okay, fine. Spending this woman's money. This man had this girl in her house telling her that if she leave out of the house, CPS was going to come and get her children. This man was going all over the third world countries having affairs with young girls. This girl was at home taking care of home. How do you know he was having sex with chicks all over the country?
Hmm.
Not the country. He left. They had one of them was in Brazil.
Someone is asking how old she is. She's about 60 years old.
Okay. And they have all the evidence. You guys do not have the evidence that's against this girl, and it's just so amazing to me. And I have watched her because I don't know her. I don't know her from anyone. But watching this girl, I started watching her when she had that last baby. And this man, instead of him holding his wife's hand, doing whatever, he was planning to leave her then because she had wanted control of the money, and he wouldn't give it to her, to him. Now,
so, like I said, this lady is ignorant. She's just repeating what the likes of Sour Peak has been selling. Um, Gail, I guess you didn't read Hora's book because what you're saying now goes against what Hora wrote in her book by herself. You're saying she started to fight after she didn't want him to have the money anymore, but she already had her own account a long time ago, even before the divorce, before the separation, when they were still married, before Athena. Do you understand, Gail? You're ignorant, you don't know the facts, and you're spewing um untruth. You're spewing what is just wrong and false. Mm? Because if you read Cora Obidi's book, she told us in the book that her father advised her to get her own bank account, even while she was married to Justin. Do you understand what that means? That is you already bringing segregation into a matrimony, into a marriage institution. You're the father-in-law, and you are already telling your daughter to start having her own. Keep your own aside. Have your own account. No more joint account with your husband. No more planning with your husband, spending with your husband, building with your husband. Go and create your own account. So the father already separated them spiritually before the physical divorce. So had she already had control over her money before they even divorced. So you're talking nonsense here, unfortunately. Okay, let me continue to play. So a lot of Koreans are just like this. They don't even know the story. They don't. They just run off with what someone else said.
Now, let me ask you, how old are you? How old are you, Miss Gail, if you don't mind me asking? What is your, you don't have to give me your actual age. I'm 60. You're 60 years old. Now, yes. If your son, if you had a son, right? Right. Are you an American? Are you an American? Yes, I am. Black American. Okay. Black American. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Okay. You have your son, a Black American guy, ADOS, yes. African descendant of slavery. Yes. He goes back to Africa, brings home a Nigerian girl from Africa, spends time, investments, right? Not investment, but puts time in to bring somebody from another country. Then she comes here and tells him that she was cheating on him. How you as a mother, what would you say to your African American son? I would tell my son to get all the evidence to make sure that he did this. But you got to understand, being Black and African American, I know these people. I know some people, not all of them, but I know some of them. Okay, this is a young man who was from Oregon. Cora met this guy in China. Check this out. Check this out, Miss Gail. There's 4% Black people in Oregon. 4%. Okay. This man went to LA. This man had no clue what was going on in LA. So, Miss Gail, let me say this. Yes. He was living, you said he was living in Oregon. Your son, he was from Oregon, right? Yes. And he lived in Oregon. He never moved to LA. He was raised in Oregon. Yes. So your son, Paul, can you hit your mute real quick? I'm sorry. You have your son, a Black man, right? Living in Houston, he tells his mom, he said, Mom, I'm moving to LA because I brought this girl from Nigeria and I'm going to spend the rest of my life with him. And he leave his life and move all the way to LA. And you know, Miss Gail, you are. Hold on. Respectfully, he didn't bring her from Nigeria. He met her in China. Hold on, Miss Gail. He brought her from Nigeria. He's the one that filed so she can come here, so she can get a.
Did you guys hear that? That was where she lost me completely. You know, initially I just felt like, okay, this woman, she doesn't know what she's talking about. But the moment she said he did not bring her to America, they met in China. That was when I knew this woman. What's the name of the cave you live in? Like, do you know how many people are in China? They cannot go to America. They cannot just go to America. She could not go to America. Otherwise, she would never have gone to China. She needed Justin. She needed an American citizen who qualifies to bring an immigrant into the country. So he did not bring her from China to America. She had to go back to her country of origin to be brought to America. She could not be brought from China. And that is the law in the Netherlands as well. If your documents are not solid, you live here as an immigrant, you want to get married to a Dutch citizen, you cannot just get married here like that. You have to go back to your country of origin and apply on a different kind of visa, fiance visa. So Gail, you're ignorant. You don't know what you're saying. You're just saying it because you think you have good arguments, but you don't. So we are here to educate you, not to insult you. So that thing you just said, now please don't go anywhere else to repeat it. It makes you really sound dumb. Mm? So you don't become the face of dumb 60-year-olds. That's why I'm trying to help you here. Mm? Um, you cannot go from China to America on a certain kind of visa, especially when you're living in China on fake documents, falsified papers. So she had to go back to Nigeria to get the correct papers, and Justin did have to bring her on a fiancé visa to America. She didn't just come on a tourist visa that her father applied for. No, Justin did applied for her as his fiancé. So his name, he is her sponsor. Without Justin, she would have never entered America. Do you understand now, Gail? So yes, he brought her to America. And he didn't bring her from China. He brought her from Nigeria because she needed documentation from Nigeria. She's not a Chinese citizen. Do you understand now, Gail? Maybe you don't understand how immigration works with these countries. But no, she's not a Chinese citizen. She was living in China. But living in China doesn't qualify you to enter the US. You need the correct papers. And Justin helped her secure the right papers to enter the US. And Justin made it possible for her to have an American green card. She didn't get that green card because she lived in China. No, she did not. A lot of Nigerians still live in China, but they dare not go apply for a green card because they are not going to qualify unless they have a Justin in their life, a man like Justin, an American citizen who would stand for them. And Justin stood for her, applied for her. That's why her name is still Dean. Do you now understand, Gil? Or do I need to talk a bit slower? Or do I need to break it down in more pieces than I just did? So this is why a lot of people have issues with HORREAN, because you people do not understand a lot of things. You people talk a lot, you think you know a lot, but you really don't. And the other side of the camp, many of them, they are critical. They want to get the facts. They don't want to be swept away by emotions of, oh, she's a woman, oh, she's a black woman. No, they want to get the facts of the matter out. So you people think they are wicked or they're just supporting Justin. No, they're supporting the truth. They just want to be like, no, this is not how it happened. This is how it happened. And they are the intellectual beings here. But you, HORREAN, when you people talk and do all these things that you say, the people on the other side that are intellect, they laugh at you guys. Like a lot of people listened to your life today, and people felt sorry for you that at your age, you just don't know a lot. And you're not also learning. You cannot learn anything from an ashawo like Horror Obidi. Horror Obidi has nothing to teach you. Like maybe you're watching me now for the first time, which I doubt, but you might have listened to me in the past 15 seconds, maybe 30 seconds, 1 minute. I'm sure there would be one or two things you would have picked from everything I've said. that you didn't even know before. But you can watch Horror Obidi for 1 year, 2 years. You will never learn from her. And I'm not saying you should not watch. I'm just saying that that is why people like me, we look at you guys and just be like, oh my God, why do we have so many dumb humans on the face of the earth? People that are not willing to learn, to just open their heart to something new or to new things, to just learn reality. Not just, oh, I like you, you're so beautiful, but I want to know what is behind it. And not everybody is born like that. I am just naturally critical. I'm just really straight to the matter. I'm frank like that. But not everybody has those qualities. So let me just continue to play. I don't want this to become my analysis. I just want you guys to hear an average Korean talk. That's why I'm here actually. The green card.
That's the reason why. That girl fell in love with this white boy, and I don't know why so many African women think that these white men are so this and so that. Me being an African American, those white boys doing the same thing to us that they did back in the day before they brought my ancestors here.
I know, I understand, and that's why there's a problem between Africans and African Americans, because they believe Africans sold their enemies to the white people. Right? That's why we're still trying to resolve problems between Africans and African Americans. Because
I don't like that situation either, because when they say that we sold us here, okay, when you think about Africans, the white man went to Africa and took over everything in Africa. They sold them, and they make so much money. When they're talking about African Americans, we came here not by choice. We came here because we were forced to be here. But the ones in Africa, yeah.
When I hear people like this talk, we also have people like this here in the Netherlands. Yeah, we have people like this here. They blame Dutch people. Oh, you Dutch people, you went to South Africa, the apartheid, you this, because of you, you came to our country, you took us as slaves, you stole from us. Gail, when I listen to you, I see and I hear the people here in the Netherlands who sound like you, and I'm going to tell you that people who sound like you, when you look at them, um, they are not in a good place in life. I'm not insulting you. I'm just telling you, on average, the people that I've seen and heard that sound like you, they're not in a good place in life, and they start to blame what some white men did to their ancestors how many hundreds of years ago. They will be blaming their own failure in life on what happened to their ancestors. Gail, are you your own ancestors? Yes, we are descendants, quite all right. But that is not an excuse for you to be a failure in your life. You have the opportunity now to make things right. Don't wait for that so-called white man now to come and maybe make your life better. Oh, actually, we came and stole from you. Actually, let me tell you guys the truth. The parliament, the Dutch parliament, has tendered a public apology to, Africans and Surinamers and all the other people who were victimized by the slave trade and all of that. Good. But don't be stuck there as a descendant. Don't use it as an excuse what happened to your ancestors. It's a story that we should continue to pass on. We should continue to educate our generations to come, but don't let that be an excuse for you to still be wearing shackles on your legs. Gail, you are still a slave. You sound, I'm so sorry I had to say that, but you still sound like one. Break yourself free and prove yourself now that you are not bound by those or by the so-called white, that you can do better. Can you prove yourself that, oh, you know what? You came and took our forefathers, but look at me today. I am actually strong. I am actually valid. I have the qualities. I have the capabilities. Look at what I can achieve. Gail, what do you want to continue to use for the rest of your life as an excuse for where you are in your life? I, Bless Munjo, I have lived in the Netherlands for 22 years. I wasn't born here. I am almost 41 years old. So I've lived half my life in the Netherlands. But you're not going to hear me sitting down crying about what they did to my ancestors. Yes, awful. I've read the history books, awful, and we must continue to condemn it. Nobody's ever going to accept it or tolerate it or condone or say, oh no, let's just forget it. No, you can't just sweep it aside. However, I fought the fight maybe my ancestors couldn't fight. And today I am an engineer. I didn't let those imaginary or those invisible chains to hold me bound for me to say, oh, actually, my forefathers were brought in. So I'm just going to remain like a bound. I don't want to use the S word too much. Do you understand what I mean? For how long will you play this blame game? It's not going to move you forward in life. Gail, you need to break yourself loose. Stop being a victim. Stop being a slave. Break loose and tell yourself, if you, W man, if you can become president, that you brought my forefathers, I can become the president of all presidents. That's how I know that, you'll be. But when you sound like this, it's unfortunate. And I don't like to hear people sound like this. You see a lot of people, again, here in the net, that because I can only talk about what I've seen, they don't want to go to school. They don't want to do anything, build their lives whatsoever. They just stay home, drink, and get government welfare, and just be like, oh, I'm not going to work for a boss. I'm not going to work for a W man, a blind white man. I'm not going to work for them. But you are sitting at home. You don't have a job. You're working for alcohol. You're working for Indian hemp. You're just smoking your life away, drinking your life away, receiving government subsidy or welfare, social welfare. So you are actually proving to the W man that you are no good, that you are no better than being bound. Do you see the mental shift? Gail, unfortunately, you're 60 and I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to turn this into a history history of slave trade, a kick. How do you say that? To kick some people in their butt and just say, come out of it, break loose, come out of it and do more than that W man that you think, oh, they overshadowed and overpowered my ancestors. Oh, they took us. Stop being small. They might have done that to your ancestors. Now is your turn to conquer. And when I say conquer, I'm not saying conquer like physically or go and start beating them up. No, conquer academically, intellectually, financially, mentally. Conquer, stand tall in front of them and say, actually, I am not an S. Stop sitting around whining about what Methuselah did to your great grandfather. Come on now. And Methuselah is not even Justin. Jesus Christ, these people. Let me play this video, I beg.
They should be doing their own business.
So here's the thing, Miss Gail, respectfully.
Yes.
I'm respecting you because,
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I respect you.
Bring my ass up here. I'll be a little more. I got to say a little more. You gotta go somewhere.
That's cool.
Because I don't know you. I just happen to hear you. I just happen to hear your little ass.
Yeah, so
I just happen to hear your little ass talking noise. I'm going to tell you that if Miss
okay,
Gail
hold on, real quick. Hold on. Oh, Miss Gail, I think you're wrong on this part because he the part where he brought her here. He invested. He left his life in this other state to give her a life in LA.
He didn't have a life. This boy did not have a life. This boy went to China and lost his job. When he went to Nigeria, he didn't have any money. He had to stay in Nigeria. He had to stay. He didn't have any money. He had them thinking that he was this big time doctor. He was just a country boy from Oregon, didn't have nothing, had Cora sleeping on the floor. Cora came here and started working on the internet and made her own money. Cora paid his student loans. She did all this money for him. She don't owe him anything. Who does he think he is? He had that young lady sleeping on the floor. I know if my son had my daughter sleeping on the floor, I would be all on his case. First of all.
Okay. All right. So thank you, Miss Gail.
You're
Gail, go ahead and respond. Let Paul respond. Yes, ma'am. Let Paul respond.
First things first, I would like to tell a little older than both of us. You need to, first of all, you got into this dilemma with these people like when Athena was born. You never followed these people from the jump when they came to social media. So that point, you have no interjection putting your mouth in that situation because you came to the latter end of the situation. You never saw these people from the jump. There are people who follow these couples from the time they started social media journey. Okay? So with whatever they have sold you, because you sound very brainwashed by a lot of this information that's been flying on social media. First of all, when somebody takes someone from another country, you have to prove to immigration that you would support this person. So don't say that this man didn't have money. This is a
exactly
lie. Okay? You don't take somebody from another country without no money. That's impossible. If you don't have any money, you better get an affidavit of support to hold down.
Yeah.
Something's not. If you don't know what you're saying, I think you might as well keep quiet. Let's keep your mouth closed in this. Okay. So do you guys support Justin Dean simply because he's white?
No. It has nothing to do with his color.
She asked, so, okay, so do you guys support Justin simply because he's white? Gail, do you just support Cora simply because she's black? Do you?
Okay, but what I'm saying. Well, go ahead. The problem with most of you people who follow Cora, number one, you guys are mad and racist towards whatever that white people did to our ancestors. Number two, you guys they're still doing it. I don't have no problem with no black or white. I have a problem with lies, and that's where I stand. Okay, and I have a problem with lies as well. Okay, and I'm going to give everybody a chance to believe what they believe. I'm going to give you guys a chance. But if they do this investigation, if they do this investigation in London, and you guys really find out that this young lady was not lying, would you guys be willing to say, okay, we were wrong? We'll be waiting till eternity. They're not going to be.
They're not going to.
Okay. You know, I agree to disagree. But looking at Justin Dean's character, Justin Dean has a bad character, and I would choose Cut Cora any day over Justin. I am because they just locked up 6. You people, we are all the same people. My ancestors are yours. We're all the same people.
So Ms. Gail, you're just on the Cora side just because Justin Dean is a white man. Is that the reason why?
I'm on Cora's side because I see Justin Dean's personality. I see he is so wrong. Justin Dean should not have brought all this up. Justin Dean has been divorced from Cora for 2 years. Why can't he leave her alone?
You know why? Hold on, Paul. You know why? Because they are harassed. If you look on YouTube and you look on Facebook, there is more than 20 to 30 other bloggers doing content on this man. They accuse this man of some type of sexual harassment. They say he has a sexual some type of crime. I did the background on it. Right? Hold on, Mr. Gail. And I did the background on it. I checked his background. He has no sexual criminal history. None.
Yes.
Right?
Okay.
So that's what now, can you imagine?
She said, but his family does. Gail, do I need your family tree? Oh, I don't know what's up on YouTube. Do I need your family tree? And I need to check, I need to do a background check on every member of your family. Are you going to promise me I will not find someone with a criminal? Do you know how many HORREANs have criminal records? Do you know how many HORREANs? Gail. They said Justin does not have any sexual whatever on his name. And the first thing Gail said was, but his family does. Are we talking about his family or are we talking about Justin? Gail, why are you jumping and flip-flopping all over the place? Don't you have family members who also have criminal records? Latanya Divers is a HORREAN. The husband of Sweet Peach. Sweet Peach is a HORREAN. Her husband slept with his daughter. He's a sex offender, a registered sex offender. He's on Google. Do you know how many HORREANs are criminals? Olosho Ochoga, aka King Ronaldo is better than Messi, the quack lawyer, is a criminal because she falsified documents and submitted to YouTube. Charlotte, the harlot, is a criminal, a HORREAN, who falsified a letter and told me that the letter was coming from a solicitor. She connived with Kora Obidi and AJ Korea, and they made up a stupid letter that is not found or registered anywhere with any solicitor, but they faked a name, Cherry Robinson, sent me a letter and lied that it was coming from a law firm in the US, but it was a lie. They cooked it up. So there are just so many criminal activities done by the HORREANs that you want to talk about Justin's family. Really, Gail, are we going to go that route? Let me play.
They saying someone has. Can you imagine? They say your son has sexually harassed or sexually assaulted somebody, and it's false. How would you feel? How would you feel?
Okay, I don't feel
what about this? Miss Gail, what about this? Fine, fine, no problem. You feel bad. Now, the attack happened to her in London, and immediately the number one suspect everybody was thinking about was him.
Oh, thank you, Antoinette. EPA Worldwide, who bought a bicycle for Cora's daughter, because after Justin bought a bicycle to teach his precious daughter how to ride, EPA Worldwide came live and insulted Justin, a father of a 3-year-old at the time, that, oh, you bought a second-hand bicycle. You bought a cheap bicycle. How much is a bicycle? Guess what she did? She started to raise funds to get a better bicycle. Being competitive, right? She was a HORREAN. She promoted Hora Obidi's book and all of that. But guess what? She has a criminal record. She was found guilty of child neglect. Do you know she lost her children for 10 years? She lost custody over her children. She's a criminal. Do you understand what all of this means? So why are you guys crucifying one man? That man has to be really important in your life for you to find it important and necessary to just want to hammer on him. There are so many HORREANs out there with all these dirty pasts and dirty secrets. Latanya Divers actually stole a car from a dealership. She went in there with fake paper. She lied she was a manager of a certain company. She got a car out of a dealership. She drove off, but they were all fake papers. That's a HORREAN, a criminal one at that. Do you know? The list goes on and on and on. So should we all sit down and start analyzing all the criminals within the HORREAN camp? So why is it important to talk about Justin Dean, who we have checked? We've not seen anything about him, any criminal offense or any case in court, nothing. So what doesn't it make you feel like no, I don't want to think you're a goat. I think you're a sheep. No, because no, a goat wouldn't call into the Truth Sayers program. No, a goat would just be a goat. A goat would just be saying meh, meh, like, oh, you just insulting. But a sheep is just a follower. You're following stupidly But you are not a goat. You're not a troublemaker, like I said. You still want dialogue. You want to try to explain your standpoint, and that's why I have respect for Gail. You know, for taking that step. That is really, it shows that you are even open for peacemaking. You know, you don't want to fight. You just want to explain. You want to understand, and you want to be understood. That is an attribute that deserves respect, in my opinion. Yeah. So you are still better than 98% of Koreans that are goats. You're still better, even if you are equally as dumb as them, or maybe dumber than some of them. But you still have that, you know, that social touch about you, that you are bold. You know, you called into that show, you had your say, but still, everything you said was still. I'm so sorry. You did your thing. You called into the show, but I think if you ask me, I think it might have been better if you didn't call in, because everything you said was just rubbish. At the end of the day, it was still dumb. You know, you didn't make sense. But hey, I still respect you though. So sorry I laughed. It's just funny, you know. When someone really thinks, oh, I know it all, but at the end of the day, you talk and it's one, because all the information you're giving, not true. You saying he stole her money, not true. You know, she mistakenly transferred money to his account, which she also said in her video. Maybe you didn't even watch that video. You just listened to a blogger say, oh, he stole her money. No, she made drama out of it. She said it that I mistakenly transferred money into his account and I asked him to pay back the money. And he was saying that I have to pay back some gold. So they had an argument, which exes do. But she came out on social media and dramatized it, and all of you ran off with it. But he didn't have access to her account. He didn't steal her money. It's unfair, Gail, that you're just spreading lies about a man. Like Truthsayer really asked you, how would you feel if this was your son? Your son didn't steal a woman's money, but everybody's saying he stole her money. Like, come on. Don't you should make sure, Gail, let me teach you one thing in life. When you hear a woman come out and cry, eh, and tell you, oh, this is what my husband did to me, my ex did to me, please try to find evidence before you run off with it, or before you go anywhere and repeat what that person said. Otherwise, you might be committing a huge sin. You will be offending God and God's heart, because that person you are lying against might just be innocent. If I should come live tomorrow and start crying that, oh, my husband did this to me, you guys, please ask me for evidence. Otherwise, you guys will run off with it and you'll be insulting an innocent man. Ask for evidence. Cora said he stole her money. Did she say he stole her money? Did she show you evidence of him stealing her money? She said she mistakenly transferred money to his account, but he is not willing to maybe pay back because of something she was also owing him. Exes have arguments about money. They go back and forth. Eventually, he still transferred the money back to her. So, Gail, what are you talking about? Please try to be well informed before you go calling into shows and embarrassing, actually disgracing yourself. You're not well informed. You don't know what is happening. You've not gone deep to research. I have. I have. So if I'm telling you, I know what I'm talking about. Do you understand? So slow down. Stop repeating what other people have said. Make sure you have seen receipts. If you heard somewhere that Horror Obidi said, oh, he abused me physically, I have receipts, please ask her, Horror Obidi, can I see receipts? If you've not seen receipts of physical abuse, don't go about spreading what you heard. Don't do it. Don't do it. You will be bringing down some negative spirits upon your own children unknowingly. You would not know, but you don't know how the universe works. You don't know the kind of angels that that man has in his life. He might be not of our skin color, but he has the same color of blood inside his veins. And you don't know the kind of spirits that are around him, that are protecting him. They might work against you, work against your children, because you're telling lies. against him. Do you understand, Gail? These things are spiritual. Be careful. You're 60, but you lack wisdom. You're easily carried away. You're brainwashed. Many of the things you said today are just not true. They look like the truth, they sound like the truth, but they are not factual. And I'm saying it not based on what Justin said, no, because I wasn't there either. I'm saying it based on what the both of them said, what the both of them showed in videos, and what Cora Obidi wrote in her book. Okay, let me continue to play.
If that was your son,
he said he wasn't going to be happy until Cora is dead or in prison.
Another lie. He didn't say so. I read those text messages, and it's not even proven yet that those text messages actually came from his messenger, from his real one. People make fake pages these days. Someone can make a fake page and name it Blessing Unjo, and I would not be the one behind it. We saw a Frida page, a fake page that Bill Gates created the other day with Frida's name, Frida's pictures. Anybody could have created a fake page with Justin Dean's name. We don't know. It hasn't been proven that that screenshot was indeed from his Facebook page. But even if it was, which I don't know, I'm not going to lie to you. Even if it was, it does not say that I would not be happy until Horror by or goes to prison. That is not what it says. Did you read it yourself? Gail, stop being an ignorant old woman. You are not even old, you're just 60, but you're sounding slow. Don't be like this. Make sure you read it yourself before you can repeat it. Don't repeat it because a blogger said it. Don't do it. That's not what the text message said. No. The text message responded to what the other person at the other end said. The person was prompting that kind of answer. And the text message said, all of this will not stop unless something happens, like what you mentioned. But the text message never says, I would only be happy or I would not be happy. Or how did you say it? So it's just you guys twisting things to suit your narrative. And it's unfair because that other person you're trying to lie against is also a human being. How would you feel if it was your son, Gail? Slow down.
He said that. He said it.
When did he say that?
Exactly.
There's proof. There's proof. Okay, you got, okay, I'm picking up my grandson from school. I'm picking up my grandson from school, but I'm going to let you guys go ahead and believe it, but the court system is just beginning to work. The court system in America is slow. And when Justin didn't come out and he have to go to court and face these allegations and the proof is given, well, then that's all I have to say. You know, everybody have a right to believe or think what they do.
Ms. Gail, like I said, Gail.
Yes.
Hold on. Hey, Paul, hold on. Ms. Gail,
Yes.
I have checked before anybody goes to court, they're going to charge you. They're going to charge you with a crime, right? Then you get a bail. You get a bail or no bail. He doesn't have a charge. No charge of sexual harassment.
Cora has not filed any suit against him.
Ms. Gail, you don't have to go to court. If you've been charged with sexual harassment, they arrest you and they put you through bookings.
No, you have to go to court. You have to go to court. They're not just going to put you in jail.
All right, Ms. Gail. All right, thank you, Ms. Gail.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, Ms. Gail. You're welcome anytime.
Bye.
All right. But look, well, look. I gotta say this. Let me say this real quick. Miss Gail she's the only one that came up. I respect that.
Yes.
That's good. So let's not beat her down. Okay? She came up to fight, and that's good. She came up to debate. I like that. You know, that's good. That's good. Some of them were not. Yeah, she said he has to. She said he has to go to court for a sexual crime in America.
I've never heard that before.
I've never heard of that before. When you are being accused, right? You get charged, and you do your fingerprinting, You know what I'm saying? Then they give you
Okay, so I'm not gonna play all of it. If you guys want to watch the entire clip, go over to The Truth Sayer on YouTube. Make sure you guys subscribe to that channel. The rest of the video is actually very interesting, and one of the things he said in the video was that Hora Obidi has a non-profit organization registered on her name. So possibly she's trying to evade taxes. She's trying to commit tax fraud, which I don't have knowledge. No, I don't have knowledge about these things, about all this sole proprietorship, limited liability company, non-profit. I do not know. That's not my area. No. So you guys might want to go listen to that part of the video. I watched this entire video by the truth there for you to know how interesting it was. So I urge you guys to go over, watch, subscribe to his channel, and he's just so funny. I laugh so many times. Okay, hold on, hold on. Oh, okay, my husband is calling me. Yeah, so you guys go over and subscribe to his channel and watch his videos. This particular one is just hilarious. I was just laughing. He was saying a lot of funny things, and yeah, so yeah, thank you for joining. I'll read all of the comments soon. Let me quickly go answer my oga. Thank you once again. Follow this page if you're watching on Facebook, and if you're on YouTube, go over to The Truth Sayer and subscribe. I'll see you all over there. I remember let's enjoy the analyst, and I will catch you all on my next one. Bye.